Many individual lengths of pipe comprise the network of pipes for a given process. The point at which a pipe is connected to another pipe or to a pipe fitting is called a joint. There are many different kinds of joints. In this part, we'll look at three of the most common: threaded joints, welded joints, and flanged joints. Threaded joints or screwed joints are made by screwing the outside threaded end of a pipe into the inside threaded end of a pipe fitting. Threaded joints have a specified engagement depth. The engagement depth is the distance that the pipe must be turned into the fitting. The engagement depth requirement must be reached for the joint to be properly threaded. As pipe size increases, engagement depth also increases. Threaded joints are typically used for smaller pipe sizes, which carry lower pressures. Threaded joints are relatively easy to make and they don't require welding. This is an advantage in places where fire hazards exist. On the other hand, threaded joints tend to weaken the pipe wall because the pipe's wall thickness is reduced at the troughs of the threads. Threaded joints are also subject to leaks if they are improperly tightened or sealed. There are two types of welded pipe joints: socket weld and butt weld. In a socket weld joint, a pipe is inserted into the socket of a fitting that has an opening larger than the pipe's outside diameter. The edges of the socket are then welded around the outside of the pipe. To create a butt weld joint, the beveled end of a fitting is lined up with a pipe. Then the edges of the joint are welded around the outside of the pipe. A flange is a flat metal plate attached to the end of a pipe. It can be bolted to a flange on the end of another pipe to form a flanged joint. Flange joints are leak-proof joints that are easily taken apart for inspection or maintenance. The many individual pipes in a piping system can be connected to each other using various types of joints. The devices used to make these connections are called pipe fittings. In this part, we'll look at some common fittings and examine their functions. Pipe fittings are generally the same nominal pipe size and material as the pipes to which they're connected. Fittings are typically designed to perform one of 5 functions. They can connect pipes and components. They can extend the length of a straight pipe run. They can change the direction of a pipe run. They provide branch connections. And they can close off the end of a pipe run. Let's see how various types of fittings perform these functions. We'll start with fittings that connect pipes and components. This fitting is called a coupling. Couplings can be used to connect components in a piping system, such as 2 pieces of pipe. Couplings typically have inside threads on both ends that can connect to 2 components that have outside threads. Couplings can be threaded or welded to pipes. Welded fittings have no threads. Because a bushing has one end larger than the other, it can be used to connect a pipe of one size to a pipe of a different size. Threaded bushings generally have outside threads on one end and inside threads on the other end. Bushings can also be welded. A union is another threaded or welded connection for components in a piping system. Unions are often used to connect components that can't be turned and screwed together, such as 2 pieces of pipe that have been bracketed to a wall. This is a threaded union. It has 3 parts, a nut and 2 end pieces with inside threads. To make a connection with a threaded union, the 2 pipes to be joined are screwed into the 2 end pieces of the union. Then the nut is tightened to draw the 2 pipes together. Pipe fittings, such as this one, called a nipple, can also be used to extend the length of a straight pipe run. Nipples have outside threads on each end, so a fitting with inside threads, such as a coupling, must be used to connect a nipple to a pipe. Nipples come in a range of sizes and are classified according to nominal pipe size. Nipples are actually pieces of pipe that are less than 12 inches long. Nipples come in a variety of sizes. Some commonly used nipples include this very short nipple called a close nipple. this longer nipple called a shoulder nipple, and this short nipple. Now let's look at some fittings that change the direction of a pipe run. This elbow is one example. Elbows come in a range of angles, but the most common are 45 degrees and 90 degrees. There are two primary types of elbows, long radius and short radius. These are 90-degree long and short radius elbows. This street elbow is unique because it has outside threads on one end and inside threads on the other end. Threaded elbows generally have inside threads on both ends. Elbows can also be welded to pipes. Another function of pipe fittings is to provide branch connections. Pipe fittings that provide branch connections are used to divide the flow of fluid in a pipe run into two or more branches. One of the most commonly used branch connection fittings is called a T. T's are used to join a main pipe run to a branch pipe run at a 90-degree angle. T's come in a range of sizes and designs, and they can be threaded or welded to pipes. Crosses are another type of branch connection fitting. The two branch outlets form the shape of a cross. Like T's, crosses can be threaded or welded to pipes, and they come in many sizes and designs. T's come in a variety of designs. One common design is the straight run, reduced branch T. It is used to connect two same-size pipes in a straight pipe run to a branch. The built-in reducer at the branch connection reduces the flow of fluid from the run into the branch. Another common T design is this reduced run T. The reduced run T connects a pipe run to a branch. It also has a built-in reducer to reduce the flow of fluid from one of the run connections. In addition to connecting a pipe run to a branch, this reduced T has built-in reducers at the branch outlet and at one of the run outlets. Crosses are another type of branch connection fitting. The two branch outlets form the shape of a cross. Like T's, crosses can be threaded or welded to pipes, and they come in many sizes and designs. Caps and plugs serve another function of pipe fittings, which is closing off the end of a pipe run. Caps and plugs, such as these, are available in a variety of sizes and shapes. Threaded caps have inside threads. They're used to close off the ends of components that have outside threads. Threaded plugs are similar to caps, except that they have outside threads. Caps and plugs can also be welded to the ends of pipes.